Thieves are adding insult to injury for homeowners trapped by a flooded river. While the Ohio River is dropping from its crest and some cleanup is beginning, homeowners in a handful of areas remain stranded by this water.
In one community along the Ohio, the remote isolation the homeowners love has become more of a problem than the flood itself. Local 12's Rich Jaffe has more.
The homeowners here call this place Point Pleasant Beach. Right now, though, there's no beach, and it's not very pleasant. Yesterday, Susie Haas and her husband showed up planning to use their 10-foot locked and chained John boat to go out and check on their house. But the boat wasn't here.
I was hoping that I was mistaken and that the other boat that was still there was actually mine and I was in a dream. I'm stranded now. I'm actually stranded and I have no way to get back to my house.
You can find pictures of the camo John boat on Craigslist and see it on YouTube. The lock had been cut, so it didn't just drift away. Access to the houses has also been extremely limited because the Point Pleasant Bridge was closed until today. Residents actually had to go through checkpoints to get there. Ken Sherwood's one of Susie's neighbors.
We still lock our doors, believe it or not, even though we're surrounded by water. But it's been nerve-wracking, to say the least.
Susie and husband Randy are
furious. It's the lowest of the low. And if they're going to scrap it, they're going to get $60. I've already called all the scrappers. I can't imagine anybody needing it more than us.
A New Richmond business has offered help, but what would help the most is to catch the thieves.
Green Kayak has offered use of some kayaks, but I'm afraid they'll get stolen. So I ordered waders yesterday, and I'm hoping the water will recede enough by the time I get them tomorrow that I might be able to walk back.
We're not only fighting nature now, we're fighting technically looters at this point. I believe that meets the definition of looting.
Now, as you can see here, the river level is clearly dropping. Over the weekend, the river was up to this step, and now it's receding, which is really good news around here. But to give you a sense of how tough it has been for the folks that live out on Point Pleasant Beach, as they call it, the trip from here to there normally takes about 7 minutes. All of those people coming in have been spending an hour or more going up into the hills to come around the Point Pleasant Bridge, which has been closed. The good news is that bridge opened up about mid-morning today, so it will make that part of their life a little bit easier. The other thing that they would certainly like to see is get those guys who took that boat. Get them caught. In New Richmond, Rich Jaffe, Local 12 News. Cammie?
Yeah, it's got to be so frustrating. Rich, thank you, and maybe our viewers can help. The boat, once again, is a 10-foot-long John boat. It's painted camo colors. The registration number is OH6114JB. If you've seen it or you have any information, call Crime Stoppers 352-3040.